Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about some heavy stuff. I am actually putting makeup on right now. I'm sitting at Bye Bye Baby waiting for them to open. But anyway, last night I was like hysterically crying about this whole school situation in Texas. And like part of me feels like we as American parents should not have to feel like homeschooling our kids is the only option of that we have to keep them safe. Where did I put that other backpack? And like that's a huge issue that I'm struggling with personally, because I feel like for me, my son going to school is good for my mental health. Like I need a break, and I don't think that I could mentally do like homeschooling, especially if I'm the teacher. Like I don't think my kid would ever listen. Man, is this running out? So anyway, so it's like, what is the solution? I don't know the solution, but I do know that this has to stop. And like, before I was raised in a family where my dad hunted. I have gun enthusiasts in my family. However, those people are incredibly responsible with their firearms, and even if they have some type of mental health issue, they're not fucking deranged and gonna go shoot places. Like they literally, like, I'm sorry, but we really, like, I think that they should just change the age of being able to buy a gun to 25, because that would significantly cut down on the ability for people to get these firearms. But I know that would be a huge undertaking, and I don't know, I think it's probably a state thing, state legislation or state law thing, because this is why we have so many shootings in some places and so little in others. And it's like we're never gonna get rid of all the weapons. However, I think we need to start looking at like what is going on. Like my husband said last night, like, why are these kids so angry? And I think part of what we should be doing as American citizens should be demanding that like our children have, like, instead of freaking learning about algebra, like, why don't we have counseling classes for kids? Like, not classes, but like basically counseling sessions. Now, obviously not everyone is gonna need them, but I feel like in high school, I feel like our school's like our guidance counselor was like just there to like sit and BS with the students. Like I don't think, and I'm not discounting their jobs at all, I just feel like, I know there's like school psychologists and things, I just feel like maybe like if we start with addressing like children's mental health, like this will start to lessen the severity of this happening. Oh man, this does not match my skin at all. Jeez. So of course that's not to say like, oh, we're never gonna have this happen again. Sorry, I'm trying to talk cryptically about it because I don't want it to be flagged and taken down. Like, if we invested the money that, I don't know how to fix it. All I know is obviously there's an issue, and I refuse to continue to live like this, because what's gonna happen to our kids? Has anybody thought about the mental and psychological implications that this is gonna have on our children? Like I was like crying last night talking about this with my husband. Like, this stuff is happening so frequently. It's like, we're like conditioned to basically expect it, and like that's fucked up. Like, I'm sorry, like it's not okay. This is not okay. It's not okay. If our generation, like I'm talking millennials and like elder millennials, if we're fucked up and anxious because of whatever, how do you think these kids today are gonna be? That have been growing up doing shooter things. Alright, I gotta get off because she's freaking out. Do you want some more of your donut? Here, sweetie. Like, I can't accept that my child is gonna be sitting in school and learning about ABCs and fucking whatever, when it's like people are up in arms about, I don't know, I'm like babbling because I'm just so frustrated and stressed out about this. And collectively as parents, like, we need to come together and tell our politicians, like, this is not acceptable. Like, this can't continue to happen. I saw something, I was saying this to my husband, I saw something, it was like the 16 steps, and I want to say it was like Japanese, how you can get a gun in Japan. It was like literally 25 steps. So if you really want you know what, a firearm, you would be able to get it. However, you have to pass all these tests and all these things. You have to do all these things before you can get one. And honestly, that's what we need. That is what we need. Because, and it has to be a federal mandate. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care. Like, there's no reason, there's absolutely no reason for us as people on the street to be able to access weapons that can destroy many at once or in a short period of time. Like, there's no reason for it. And it's, I don't know, I'm just so disgusted, honestly. It's like, if it's a white person, and I know that this person was not white, I know he was some kind of Latino, Hispanic, I don't know particulars, but it's like the stuff about the people in Buffalo or Albany. Oh, I'm confusing myself. I don't know, because I went to school in upstate New York, so I'm always confusing those two cities. think it's Albany. It's just like, when is it gonna be enough? Like, this is not normal. And it's disturbing that it's become normal. And like, what is it gonna take for actual change to happen? I don't know, but something's gotta happen. So he's going in early like me, trying to get in early. So, I don't know, I'm at my wit's end. Like, even my husband was like, how? Like, what is wrong with, what is the problem? Like, this, it's a mental health crisis, but it's also, it's like a multitude of problems, right? And if not, and the only way it's gonna get fixed is if it's addressed on multiple levels and avenues. And like, we can't, like, you can't just say, okay, now people in such and such state can, you know, get these things and other places can't. Like, I think honestly that it needs to be a federally mandated thing. Like, and I don't care, like, everyone's gonna say, everyone being pro Second Amendment people, and like, I'm pro Second Amendment, and I'm just, honestly, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted at people saying this isn't a I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged if I say guns. This isn't a gun issue, but it is a gun issue because the guns are getting to the wrong hands of the wrong people. And like my husband was saying the other night, like, there's no way for us to get all these things away from people that have them already, but there is a way for us to keep them out of the, you know, coming future of people. And I think if we address that, let people who already have them just have them. Obviously no one's taking your things away, like people were saying in an election a couple years ago. Like, I just cannot continue to live in a world where weapons are more important than our children. And I'm honestly, like, I'm like exhausted. Like, I was hysterical. Like, I woke her up and everything. So I think it's like on multiple levels, parents need to advocate that we have, you know, extreme safety measures taken and put into place. Like, I was saying to my mom and to my husband, like, we had like a bomb threat, right, when I was in middle school, but like, it was totally unfounded. Oh my god, this is really dark. It was totally unfounded. Like, the girl just was doing it for attention. Like, but it's like, come on, like, we can't like operate like this anymore. And are you okay back there? And I wonder, like, what are the long-term health effects for our children that, this stuff keeps happening. Like, this is not okay, and we need to continue to demand that, like, more change happens, because it's not okay. We need change, and it has to happen, or we're gonna just keep seeing this happen. And over and over and over, every few weeks, every couple months. Like, that was the best thing about COVID and the lockdowns, is that this didn't happen, because everybody was stuck at home. I don't know. I'm just sitting here, and these people are like waiting outside by my baby to go in. So I'm probably gonna go in a couple minutes. Anyway, I was thinking about all these things I was gonna say during this video, and of course I didn't say any of it. But I don't know. I just know that, like, serious change needs to happen soon, or like our kids are going to suffer. You want more, sweetheart? I gotta go get a cart. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, and my next video will not be so depressing. It's so unfortunate that this is the state of affairs in this country 20 years later. Like, even with Columbine, we had a drug bust at school. Like, I remember that. Like, that was done. They were doing like a drug sweep, okay, right? And somebody jumped out of the window. Like, that's the kind of stuff that we used to worry about, and that was after Columbine happened. It's like we've become so desensitized to these things that it's like, this is like a tornado drill, like a gun shooting drill. Like, it's not okay. And I can't continue to support people that, you know, are not gonna go to bat to us. Like, we need to support the people that are gonna put our families in mind, and whether that means politicians, or damn, that guy went over that bump fast, or if it means going to school board meetings. I know my child's school is safe. I know from working in New Jersey that the procedures that they had at the school that I would work in, I know the safety measures that are set up there. You know, my child's school has a police officer, thank God. Otherwise, I'd probably be a nervous wreck. Like, I literally think, I keep thinking about how these moms and dads, what if they, you know, yelled at their kids going to school? Like, it's literally the hardest day for me. Hardest thing to do in the morning is get my child out the door. And, like, what if that's the last time that they see me? You know? Like, I can't continue. Like, what is this saying about our the psyche of Americans? Like, it's not good. And it's not like, oh, there's bad people. I can't remember the thing I saw yesterday, but it was somebody saying, like, oh, this isn't a firearm gun problem, this is a bad people problem. No, that's not the fucking truth. People are mentally ill. It has become a societal thing that is done now, and people think that this is how they can handle their problems. This is not fucking normal. Go to therapy. Like, go to therapy. Obviously, we are not going to be able to just, you know, figure out which ones are the crazy people that are going to end up doing stuff like this. But I think if we enact like very stringent laws. And like, I grew up in New Jersey, so growing up across the border from Pennsylvania, we live in Lehigh Valley, which is like a I guess it's like an up and coming area of Pennsylvania. I don't know, whatever. Like, everybody's moving out of New Jersey and New York City. So it's a big transplant destination, I guess you could say. And like, even growing up locally, like, I always thought, like, what the fuck is wrong with these Pennsylvanians? Like, why do they have guns all over? Like, how are they having gun raffles? Like, it's just like, I get it if it's like a hobby, but the issue is that there's not enough things in place for the crazy people to avoid getting them. But anyway, we're gonna go into Hobby Lobby. I mean, the other place I love. We're gonna go in here and I'm gonna look for another bag. I hope that we have a safe Memorial Day weekend, and I hope to see you again soon. Please like, share, comment. What are you thinking? How are you holding up as a parent? Like, my children are too small to understand what's going on, but I am understanding the gravity of the situation. Is that actually the right term? Or is it? I don't know. Whatever. I'm a mess. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.